India and stock markets have a long history. The first stock exchange was set up in 1875. So we are actually celebrating 150 years of official stock exchanges. The first trading in stock started somewhere around 1820. So we are also 200 years into stock markets. Not many people, not many countries have that kind of histories of stock markets. And despite our becoming socialist post-independence, we continued with markets, although in a slightly abbreviated manner. But post-91, when we were liberalizing our economy, that's where the government thought of giving more importance to stock markets. The NSE was actually child of the liberalization. During 91, 92, there was a great euphoria. And then later on, it was found that the prices in 92 were moving because of Harshad Mehta. And as a part of the outcome of scam, Harshad Mehta scam, I think some of you might have seen the serial also. Some of you might have participated in the markets those days. But that's how the NSE was created in 92. I started working on setting up NSE as a young 24-year-old officer of IDBI, one of the 5 people who worked on that. But today, if you look at what started in 1994, November 3, on a Diwali day, as a 4 lakh crore market capitalization of India, with around 1 million people participating, 10 lakh people. Today, market capitalization of India is 380 lakh crore, almost 95 times more. And the number of people participating has gone up from 1 million to now 110 million unique investors. So that is basically 11 crore unique investors, from 10 lakh to 11 crore, 110 times. So NSE has now spread across India. In all the PIN codes, other than only 30 PIN codes, NSE investor is present now. Those 30 PIN codes, most of them are airports where nobody is supposed to stay full time. That's why their KYC cannot be done in that PIN code effectively. NSE has investors across India without Jan Dhan Aadhaar mobile. And that is telling you that India is becoming middle class. When Mr. Modi took over, as a matter of record, there were around 1.6 crore investors. Today, there are 11 crore investors. So 6 or 7 times more investors. When Mr. Modi took over, the market capitalization was around 65 lakh crore. Today, 380 lakh crore, almost 6.5 or 7 times more. So you can imagine there has been an increase in wealth of trust. What is the concept of stock market? A stock market is basically about partnership. When you put in money, you buy a share of a stock in IPO or otherwise in secondary market, you are becoming a partner in a company. Now, there is an economic theory which says that poor countries, low per capita income countries, cannot have a well-functioning capital market because poor people do not have enough money to save. And if they save, they don't trust even their brothers. How will they trust somebody sitting 2,000 kilometers away? A person today sitting in Jorhat or Dibrugarh or Srinagar is putting her hard-earned 1,000 rupees in a company in Salem, in Tamil Nadu. How on earth she is trusting that manager, that CEO of that small little company? She's never going to visit. What is happening to her? What is happening to Indians that they have started trusting each other? We are not supposed to trust each other. Despite whatever our politicians say, we trust each other. It is an amazing situation that many times people tell me that in the post-independence, what did we do as a country? And I say that we have developed a trust in our parliament, our trust in our judiciary, trust in our regulators, trust in our stock markets, but more importantly, our people have developed trust in our entrepreneurs. Whichever region you come from, whichever language you are speaking, today, if you are an entrepreneur, we trust you. And that is what a stock exchange represents, wealth of trust. Today, close to $5 trillion of India's wealth is of wealth of trust on NSE. It's the fourth largest market in the world after US, China and Japan. And we were not supposed to even have this market because we are a low per capita income country. At $3,000 per capita, there is no similar country in the world which is a market like this. At $6,000, there is no such market. At $12,000, there is no such market. At $24,000, there is only one market called China, where if markets go down, government has to go and buy. In our case, when the market goes down, government even doesn't have to come and buy, right? So for me, it is developed by the people, for the people, of the people, by trusting its entrepreneurs. And that is what is the uniqueness of our market, that whatever happens, whatever we keep on hearing, all the television debates about everything, about language, about caste, creed, religion, we still trust our entrepreneurs and we are trusting them more. The second part is about capitalism itself. When I was young, most of us did not even aspire to become entrepreneurs because if you made money, either you had generational money or you were doing a great crime. Only in 92, 93 onwards, we started getting great entrepreneurs who made money out of their brains without putting generational money, without having a lot of capital. Capitalism meant that if you had more capital, you could create capital. None of us had capital, barring few people. And that's where none of us aspired to become capitalists or entrepreneurs. Today, due to technology, it allows small people to also become entrepreneurs and create great wealth. We have seen Nandan Nilekani, we have seen Narayan Murthy, we have seen Sachin Bansal, Bini Bansal, and so many Swiggy people or Zomato people. We have seen so many of them becoming billionaires who started with zero and now using their brains, little bit of capital, and have become billionaires. What allows them to do that? The stock exchange. Today, if you are a venture capitalist or a private equity, things get printed on third page of a pink newspaper saying this person got funded, that person got funded. We always think that venture capitalists are funding all trespassers also. That is not true. Out of 10,000 companies, only one probably get funded by those people. 9,999 entrepreneurs do not get funded by any such people. Angel investors, venture capital, private equity. They still have dreams and many of them will become successful. And that's where stock market comes in. In 2012, NSE started an SME program called Emerge. Today, 600 companies have got listed. 600 entrepreneurs have got their dreams funded by other small people. That is the beauty of India, that poor people of India, whatever they save, are trusting other poor people, other poor entrepreneurs to also run the businesses and make them partners and then, of course, make them millions and create more jobs. So effectively, the new framework of capitalism without capital due to technology is what is creating this new wave of young entrepreneurs. And why young? Because the technology is the only thing that creates wealth in the world. If you see last 10,000 years, 20,000 years, only people who are able to learn newer technology are able to create wealth. And the waves of technology are coming faster and faster. And that's why the new wealth also will be created faster and faster. And which group can create that great wealth that is going to happen? In my hypothesis, in next 50 years, the world will create more wealth than that was created in last 10,000 years. And that group, which is young, is going to create the wealth. If you look around, you start with East, Japan is already old. They can't create that new wealth. China has become suddenly old because of one-child policy. They can't create new wealth. India is young. It's going to remain young for next 30, 40 years. That India has a chance to create great wealth. Then next, you go to Europe, it's already old. And go to America, if it doesn't import Indians, it will become old. Effectively, the only young country, 17% of world population, 20% of world's young population, is going to create 30-35% of world's wealth that is going to be created in next 50 years. And that is going to be larger than what was created in last 10,000 years. And that's where for me, today every young person has a dream in India. They want to become entrepreneurs. They want to become job creators and come to stock market, create that wealth. We have Mr. Gopal Krishnan sitting here. So many times in this kind of events, especially Rotary events, all of us who are sitting here are business people. And many times I say that everyone wants to become a Dhirubhai Ambani. Everyone wants to become a Gopal Krishnan. Everyone wants to become Ratan Tata. If they don't want to become, their wife wants to them become, right? So how did Ratan Tata or Gopal Krishnan or Dhirubhai Ambani became billionaires? By listing on NSE. So come list on NSE. Thank you very much for calling me.
Rotary International District 3234 proudly confirms the CEO of the Year Award 2024-2025 on Ashish Kumar Chauhan on this day, the 1st of March 2025. The citation. Great leaders come from all walks of life. Seldom do they follow some predetermined path to leadership. While a few of them may have been born leaders, in most cases, great leaders weren't even picked to be the most likely to succeed in their high school yearbooks. While there is no simple recipe for success, there is virtue in simplicity. And you, Ashish Kumar Chauhan, are an example of the same. From studying in a Gujarati medium school and learning English from a dictionary, you went on to get a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from IIT Bombay. A journey that began in engineering culminated in finance with the bold move to the Industrial Development Bank of India in 1991. It also meant being at the right place at the right time, as the Indian financial sector with economic liberalization was paving the way for significant growth. The most important demand is self-discipline, particularly regarding the use of time. And you excel in that, investing 16 hours a day on the job at hand while finding some time for short, rejuvenating 10 to 15 minute breaks. And your puja in the morning, while calming the mind, sets you up to handle the high intensity of work the rest of the day. While with NSE, not only did you change the way the stock markets worked by setting up a fully automated screen-based trading system, you are known across India as the father of modern financial derivatives for introducing index options and futures to the Indian market. The success speaks for itself, with the NSE now ranked the world's biggest exchange for these derivative products. Now, with you as the CEO, NSE has seen a spectacular rise of 30% in just 30 months. Your journey from engineer to market leader is an inspiration. Your proven track record in innovation, market development, and regulatory expertise places you well to lead the NSE into the future. Rotary International District 3234 feels honored to acknowledge your leadership and is proud to present you Ashish Kumar Chauhan, the CEO of the Year Award. Signed by Rotarian N.S. Sarvanan, District Governor 2024-25, Rotarian Vidya Raghu, District Secretary 24-25, Rotarian Ravi Sundaresan, Chair, Sanghamitra, and Rotarian G. Ravishankar, Secretary, Sanghamitra.
May I now request our Assistant Governor Palani to first present a Ponnade. First a Ponnade to Mr. Ashish Chauhan, please. DG Sara will now present the CEO of the Year Award. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Ashish Chauhan. A memento will be presented by Rotary Saptagiri. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.